My name is Joe Moonrocker. I was a cognitive scientist on planet Telluria, in the Milky Way system. I was born during the second half of the 22nd century, in February 2161. Like everyone else in my scientific community, I always thought that the unconscious state of dreams was the polar opposite of the conscious waking state. Like everyone else, I also thought that there was no polar opposite state to our physiological waking life. But I was wrong. I spent my life trying to share my discovery with my world. This is my story. The predominant conceptual framework, shared by the scientific community in my lifetime, was that sentient consciousness could not possibly capture the true essence of reality. What was experienced by consciousness was simply believed to be an error-prone reflection of the outside world. True knowledge was thus irrevocably limited. The world which could be known to a living organism was systematically and carefully delineated from the world which contained things in themselves. It was thought that they would be forever unknowable, and thus, consciousness and thought were believed to have clear boundaries, inherent limits, which could never be crossed. Our knowledge of the world had come to the standstill of mental representation. Of course, we could conceive that these snapshots captured by sensory perception might have had their own existence beyond our own apprehension of them. What had gradually faded away, however, was the belief that our sentient faculties could experience changes taking place outside of our own physiological framework. We had given up on the idea that we could know in themselves these things that caused changes in us. The experiencing subject wasn't designed to directly assimilate reality, but could only know how its sensory apparatus could capture the external world. On a personal level, I had always been an introverted, shy individual. As a young person, I had not found much stimulation from my interaction with the world, and only when I discovered geometry and philosophy in secondary school did I start to sense that my life could at long last find some kind of direction. My parents had been kind and caring, always supportive of my creative imagination. I therefore eagerly pursued my interest in mathematics and philosophy during my degree, and became quite determined to understand the scientific worldview of my time. As a species, we had started the colonization of our galaxy, and it appeared that our immense technological progress was still rooted in the scientific intellectual impulse of the 1600s, 6 centuries before